So, two other things I'm going to show you today, which some of it doesn't have to pertain with exact cleaning, but I'm going to show you how to fill the diffuser. So, I have my diffuser right here, which I have a diffuser in most of the commonly used rooms in my house. I've collected enough now to use. This particular one is from Kohl's. I don't know if you can get this exact one because I've had this one for like 3 years, but it has like a plain glass top, and I'll show you the LED when I turn it on. So, and then I'm going to show you how I clean my cleaning wipes and other things between uses. So, fill it up with water, and you fill it to the max line if you want, or you can fill it halfway if you're just going to be in the room for a little bit, and you don't want to waste water, and that way you can add less oils as well. But don't overfill because then they don't work properly, so make sure that maximum line you're really under. So I'm using Purify. I'm going to put 5 I guess today. But this is the Purify. I've already talked about this one because I just wanted it to smell fresh in here, but I'm going to add a few drops of peppermint just to give it a kiss of mint in there. Plus peppermint just smells fresh as well, I think. So 2 drops of that. Maybe we need 3. There we go. So then 3 drops of peppermint. Yeah. And then I'll show you guys like what I use in my bathtub and stuff later today when I'm actually ready to take a bath, because I'm not ready right now. So yeah, then you just put the cover on, and then the glass just goes over the top and goes right down onto there. This one does not have the 5-minute on, 5-minute off because it is an older one, but it does have the ability to be, sorry, I need to turn that back up because I had it at more time before the screensaver comes on, and I turned it lower today, and I forgot that was not a good idea. So yes, you have, the top is like glass, so this one's probably not one I would have with little kiddos near it. But I do have one that's also from Kohl's that has like it's really pretty, but it's got like metal, and then there's like a plastic liner in the inside, but it's still really pretty and elegant, and it looks really nice, and it was about the same price. I only get these when I have like Kohl's cash to use, or it's 50% off, because otherwise they're like $60, but I've gotten both of them now for like 30 or less. So this one changes colors if you just turn it on one click, but if you take it to the next one, that's 60 minutes, and then 90, and then 120 minutes, or you can just have on, which then it'll just run until it's out of water. So, I mean, if you're like, oh, for an hour, why doesn't it smell up the bathroom? Maybe you're leaving the house, you can let it smell it up so that when you come home, it says, oh, that smells so good. And sinus cleaning. Oh, there we go. Oh, sometimes I do that when my nose is plugged in. This morning it's a little bit pluggy because it's melt off season in Wisconsin. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And if I keep cycling through the other button controls the color, so I can make it stay one color instead of changing colors. But I don't really care right now. I'm gonna put that on the floor while I continue so you guys can see what I'm doing. So these were used to clean kitchen, bathroom, all the places today. And one of them was sitting in, I have this container by my toilet, which I put cleaning wipes into until it's full, or stuff that's dirty until I have time to wash it. Yeah, so these are all dirty, and then I have a pile of stuff over here. These are paper towels, on paper towels, and I'll show you those in a minute. And here's some of my fabric rounds like you saw. This is the second or third time those have been washed, so but I'm going to rotate those through today as well because I picked up everything that was dirty at once so I can wash less. So my sink takes a minute or 2 to get hot. So while it's doing that, because I use these for cleaning, sometimes they still have like dust or dirt on them. So I like to rinse them off before I wash them so that they're as clean as can be. Because I don't do them in the washing machine, I do them by hand. This one's really gross because I did a lot. Like I cleaned my coffee area, so it's got coffee grounds on it. I had a lot of cleaning with this. And again, I don't care if they look a little ick. Like, they're cleaning wipes. So, and honestly, Muslim's not that expensive, so if they really do get gross, I can always either bleach them or just make new ones. I try to avoid bleaching if possible, but you know what I'm saying. So, okay, so I quick give them a rinse, and it's starting to get warm now. It takes a minute, which is weird because literally the hot water thing is like right at the bottom of our basement stairs. Like I can basically see it from the top of the stairs. So, okay, so now it's getting hot. So now I plug it, and then I take my On Guard laundry detergent, and I basically just take a little tiny bit. So I just put a little bit in there. Just enough to really set up nice. Depends on how dirty they are. If they're really dirty, I'll put a little bit more than that, but I don't really need more than that today because I'm not washing a whole ton at once either. So then I just throw them on in to my sink, soapy water. And sorry, I really need to turn that up. That's probably really obnoxious, but sorry. Okay, and then when it's full enough to like submerge them entirely, and these are 3 different sizes of paper towels. I'm just going to show you. Here's the little mini ones. And then here's the middle-sized one. And if you guys want, like, I'll give you guys instructions on how to do that in a later video as well. And then here's the paper towel-sized one. So I'm going to try all the sizes at once and see what I think. Now, I will also record later when these are done soaking. So I leave these in water, the hot water, until either the sink slowly, like, drains out, which it's always done that. We're not sure why it does that, but it does. Sorry, drying my hands off. So as it slowly drains out, then when it's fully drained, or when I remember to come back, or when it's cooled off water, then I come back and I squeeze them out, and I'll show you how I process them after they've been sitting for a while. You could also do, like, fill up a tub of water, like one of those shoebox containers from like Walmart. You could fill that up and set it somewhere and leave it with hot water and wait until it gets room temperature. You can do that too. This is just easier because it's a sink, so it's made for that. But if you have a lot of people milling about in your house, that would be also an effective way to do it. So you go with the flow of how it works for you and your household. So, I mean, if you have little ones, they may not understand that you can't drain the sink right now. So I know how that goes. So yeah, so that's the first half of that process. So yeah, I'll be back in a little while to show you how I drain the sink and what I do before I allow them to dry. So, all right guys, bye.